Hello, everyone. You all let me know if you can see and hear me. Let me know. Because I'm running. I'm running. I'm running. Wait a minute now. Let me clean my glasses so I can see what y'all saying. Y'all let me know if you all can see and hear me. Hey. Hey, Miss B. Nikki Walker. Hey, baby. Hey, Miss. Oh, thank you, Renee. She said, Miss Linda. Hello, everyone. Can see and hear you fine. Good, good, good. Thank you, baby. That's what I wanted to know. Thank you so much. I want to thank you all for dropping in and hanging out with me on this very hot Sunday night, right? Hey, baby. So I want to welcome you all to the live. Those that's going to join me in the chat, thank you for being here. For those in the bushes, thank you. For those that will watch the replay, thank you. I hope you all been having a wonderful day. Yeah, I've been having a good day, but let me tell you this: I'm claiming it anyway. No matter what, I'm claiming it. All right. All right, let me get to the top of the chat. And while I'm up here, for those that participated in Meatless Monday, if you are going to participate in Meatless Monday, let me know. All right, let me get to the top of the chat. And that was Kiki. Hey, baby. She said, hello, soul family. All right, all right. Let me take this out because I did talk to Kiki. Hey, Cassandra, how you doing, baby? Backyard Garden Flow, hello. Nikki Walker, she said hello, Miss Lynn, and everyone in the chat. Hey, baby. Miss B Unstoppable, she said good evening, TNOG, and all of our wonderful gardeners. Renee Hall, all right, baby. Thank you for being here. Talk. Good evening. We can hear you fine. Thank you, my love. Nana, hey, baby. How are you? Precious say, hey, Mama Linda and family. I'm loving the hat. Baby, y'all, my hair is growing out really fast. And I want it to grow out because I want to get my braids back. But now it's in between. I can make it curly. I can make my hair really, really curly now. But I don't want to. So next week I'm gonna get my braids because if I don't get my braids in a hurry, I'm gonna cut it all off. But we're gonna get it. But thank you, baby. She said, I'm loving the hat. It reminds me of Phyllis Hyman. I love her. I love her. Yeah, I love Phyllis Hyman. She was an amazing, amazing singer. I love it. One of my favorite singers. Me too, baby. Yes, we can see and hear you. Oh, thank you. Phyllis Hyman, what an amazing woman. What an amazing voice she had. Oh, I loved her. Okay. Hey, Veggie Baby, how are you? She said, good evening, Miss Linda chat. Good evening, my love. Good evening. Angela, she said, hello. Good evening, Miss Linda. You're looking lovely as always. Thank you, baby. I'm trying, family. Wait, let me get to the bottom of the chat and I'm going to share something with you, okay? Um, Tag. Hey, baby, how are you? She said, hello, Miss Linda in chat. I will be mostly in the bushes. Okay, my baby, I understand. Thank you. Thank you. Nikki said, I'm just trying to stay cool. Come on, baby. Yeah. um, Renee? Rena? She said, hello, garden family. I'm so happy I got to catch the live with y'all tonight. We're so happy to have you, baby. Say bon, my man. Mike, say bon. We have to refill that cup in a minute, right? Let's see. All right. All right, Kiki. Sweet Roots. Hey, she said, good evening, Miss Linda and chat. Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday to you too, baby. You're in your goddess look. Thank you so much. So listen, let me say this. I have not been having the best of weeks. I have not. But let me just say, I have been through some things in my life, right? I do know that we go through things. There's a season in life that we go through things, right? The magic word, the most encouraging word that I said we go through them. So I know that I've been having a difficult week, but I do know I'm not going to stay there. I'm not going to stay there. So I'm going to keep my head up. I'm going to keep smiling. I'm going to keep praying. I'm going to keep laughing. Right? I'm going to keep on doing all those things that makes me happy. Because I do know that we go through things. And I'm just waiting for the good part. I'm waiting for the good part. And I know I will get there. All right? Yeah, family. All right, Mike. Oh, yeah, yeah. Let's see. Yolanda. Hey, baby. Yolanda Garrett. She said, good evening, Miss Linda. Good evening, my sweetheart. Good evening. Yeah. Black guns. Black guns. What's going on, man? What's going on? You know, many of you all, I do not get notifications from anybody. I really don't. Hey, Bridget. All right, baby. All right. Hey, Cheryl T. She said, hey, Miss Linda. Yes, I understand. I'm right there with you, but I do know. Say that, Cheryl. Yes, it will. Yes, it will. Yeah, my baby. Hey, Tiffany. Hey, Tiffany. Amen. Amen. The storms don't last always. Come on, Kiki. Yes. Yes. So let me fill up my cup. This is just some big shot, y'all. That's all. Just a little big shot. No, nothing heavy here. Right? So if you are participating in Meatless Monday, let me know. Let me know. Let me know if you participating in Meatless Monday. Or did I miss anybody? Mike say the storm's supposed to start here soon. Really? All right. Yeah. So today our temperature was 94. And when you kick in our humidity, which was at 61%, it was 103 degrees. That's a little warm, baby. That's a little warm. What you say? Okay, okay. Hey, Maria Patterson, how are you, baby? Mike say it's 90 here, index over 100. Mike, I know you all are just like popcorn. You just want to blow up because it's so hot. I made oxtails tonight, so I will be drinking my water. I know that's right. I know that's right, baby. Yes. Muggy, my critters laid out. Oh, the critters is like, it's too hot, man. It's too hot. Yeah, I do understand. I do understand. So, I want to share this before we really get deep into what I want to talk to you all about tonight. So I did say in the video that a young lady, what up, broke man? How are you? How are you? And she asked me, well, she told me that my plantains were so small, and the plantains that she buy is so much bigger than mine. Yeah. So with that, I'm going to say this. To new gardeners, to any gardener, if you're a gardener, right? Do not expect your vegetables to look like the vegetables in the stores. Family, if you are an organic gardener, do not look for your vegetables to look like the ones in the store. The ones in the store, I've seen bell peppers as big as my head. Now, I've seen this young lady, she harvests bell peppers, and she was so disappointed that her bell peppers were small. They were smaller than the ones in the store. Do any of you gardeners want to say anything about that? Do you all expect your fruits and vegetables to look like the fruits and vegetables in the stores? I told this young lady my plantains don't look like the ones in the store simply because they are not fed with chemicals. Thank you, bro. Don't be disappointed. And I mean, so many people are totally disappointed in their vegetables not looking like the vegetables in the stores. No, ma'am. They are on steroids and synthetics. Thank you, my love. Yes. And that's another one, Tiffany. They don't have flavor. They don't have flavor because they were grown so fast. Another thing is they harvest before they are matured. There is no flavor. Veggie said, I expected that the first year before I knew more. Good, baby. Good. Greg. Hey, Greg, how you doing? So for those of us that's growing organically, smaller but 100 times the flavor. Say that, Mike. But if you are growing your vegetables, I seen this commercial from Baker Creek of that little man they got, the little Baker Creek little fellow who does the commercials for him. And they showed the giant mustard greens and even the okra, the mother okra. Those things were so huge. Let me tell you something. I don't want no okra that big. I don't want them. You couldn't give them to me, right? They come with too much other stuff. Too much stuff. I don't want that stuff. I don't want that. Cheryl said, everything that looks good ain't. I will take the imperfection. Yes, once every time. Yes. Maria, hey, my baby. How are you, honey? Greg Jones said, I'm doing fine, everyone. Thank you. I'm so glad about that. All right. So listen, family, tonight, one of the things I like to do on my channel, and I tell anyone, I don't have a huge channel. I'm not a big YouTuber, but what I do have, I want to share it. I want to share it with you. Okay? So tonight, I do have a guest tonight. Now let me see. Oh, child, it's been so long since I did this. Let me see, can I do this? Oh, there we go. I'm going to uh wait a minute now. Paste. We're gonna have a guest tonight. Yay! Because I want to share all of us. I want all of us to do good. right? So we're gonna have a guest tonight, right? And she is here, but I'm gonna wait till I see her here. All right. But I want to thank you all, and you all, let's welcome her here and participate. Look at you. Look at you. Hey, baby, I see you down there. All right. All right, family. Are you all ready for our guests? So if you're ready, just say yeah. Because she looks so cute. God darn it. Got a hair did. You got the hair did. Let me know if y'all ready. All right. All right. You ready, baby? All right. Here we go, y'all.
Hello.
Hey.
Can
I
you
can
hear
hear
me?
you. Can you hear me?
I
I
can
can
hear
hear
you.
you.
Okay, good.
Good. All right. Everybody, welcome Veggie Farming to the channel. Yeah, I'm so
Hello.
crazy. I'm so glad you're here, baby. I'm so glad you're here.
Happy to be here.
How
Thank
you
you for
doing
having
today?
me
How
tonight.
was your Sunday?
It was good. It was good. Trying to stay cool
Yeah.
because,
How was your Sunday? It was good.
it was good. Can you hear me?
Texas.
Is it a delay?
Texas. No, it's not a delay.
Okay. Okay.
So, what was your temperature today in Texas?
I think our high was 95, so probably feels like 100, you know. So we haven't
Yeah.
really had as many 100-degree days as we normally do. So
Mm-hmm.
95 is it's okay.
Normal. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Can you see the chat?
I can't see the chat on here. On StreamYard. I can see it on my other device.
Yeah. I just
Okay.
wanted you to see that a lot of people are saying hello. They're saying welcome. I didn't know
Hey,
if you could see them.
good evening, everybody that I didn't speak to so far. I tried to speak to everybody when I came in, so good
Yeah.
evening to you.
Yeah. So, family, I want you all to know I invited Stacy from Veggie Farming to come over and share with us just what she wanted to talk about on her channel. Just share with us what you are doing or your fall garden.
Okay.
I understand you got some things going on, and I want to know about them. I want to know.
Well, I start my fall garden indoors. I start all of my seeds starting indoors. And so that's what I'll be focusing on probably for the next, well, until October. So usually I start my seeds indoors in my arrow gardens and I start them about the first week of August. So I'll be putting everything in my arrow gardens next weekend.
Hmm.
And then as they get larger, I will up pot them. And I use seed starting mix. But
Hmm.
for the past couple of years, with that seed starting mix, I have been using neem seed meal. And it just acts as like the fertilizer because the seed starting mix doesn't have any nutrition in it.
Right.
And the neem, I was hoping to avoid some of the fungus gnats with the neem.
Yeah.
And so the first year I didn't see any difference, but this last year, over when I was starting seeds for the spring, I really did see a difference. I didn't have any fungus gnats indoors using
Okay.
that neem seed meal with my seed starting mix. So I'm gonna try it again. And I felt like the seedlings were a little stronger because they had that, nutrition to tap into, having to leave it in the cup so long,
Hmm.
and so that neem seed meal is something I'm gonna stick with.
Okay. I
Yeah,
never, I, I never heard of that.
yeah. It's and you can't use too much. That's the thing about it as well, especially indoors. And you have to mix it in well. If you just try to sprinkle it on the top, it
Mm-hmm.
will make like a mold. So you have to
Yeah.
make sure that you really mix it into your seed starting mix.
Okay.
So that's one of the tips that, one of the things I
Okay.
found out.
All right. All
But
right.
yeah, it has nutrition in it, and it's helped to keep the fungus gnats away. So
And what's the name of it?
neem seed meal, and it's
Neem seed meal. Okay.
neem seed meal.
Okay.
Yeah. And so yeah, that mixed in with that seed starting mix. I know a lot of people don't like the seed starting mix. Um, I've heard people say that it dries out quick. I think that neem seed meal holds on to a little bit more moisture as well. And
Mm-hmm.
so it didn't seem to dry out as quick. But, I'm kind of, since I have it indoors, I'm usually watching it every day anyway. So
Yeah.
I don't
I
mind.
think they think that that seed starting mix dry out fast because it's like 99% peat
Peat
moss.
moss. Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
exactly. And it
Yeah.
will. That peat moss will dry out, turn into a brick. So you
Yes, it
really have to watch it.
will. Exactly.
Hmm.
Exactly. Yes, Mike. Mike say that's a great tip, baby. It is. It
Good.
is.
And
Yeah.
another tip with I think Mike talked about it last week. I had mentioned spider mites on the
Mm-hmm.
inside. And
Mm-hmm.
so he said to use 91% alcohol. Before I had been wiping everything down, I was just using the 70% alcohol and like some Clorox wipes, like all my
Mm-hmm.
shelves and all my arrow gardens and everything. But
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to spray everything down with the 91% alcohol and get everything wiped down before I even get started to make sure, it's kind of in a sterile environment. Well, as sterile as it can be inside my house.
Yeah. So, Natasha, I think you talking about neem oil, the spray. But Veggie, what are you talking about, neem
It's
oil?
it is like it almost looks like a soil.
Soil.
It
Yes.
almost looks like coffee grounds actually. And
Mm-hmm.
it just mixes right into the soil. So it's
Right.
not like the oil, but it does have a strong smell though. Not
Yeah.
quite as strong as the oil, but it does
Mm-hmm.
have a strong smell. So
Yeah.
you
So,
just have to
so,
taste
so
it
this
right.
what Veggie is talking about is a soil medium.
Mhm.
What you was talking about is oil and sprays, right? So it's different. It's
It's
different
different.
from what
Yeah.
she's talking about. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so look that up. I bought that on Amazon. I don't know if they sell it in the stores. I don't know how easy it is to find in the nurseries, but I found that on Amazon and I bought a bag and I barely tapped into it. So, it's going to go a long way. I've been using it for 2 seasons now and I still have plenty
Great.
of it left. Yeah. So,
Oh, wonderful. Wonderful.
yeah.
And so
So,
you just mix it in the soil.
mhm. Mix it in the
Okay.
soil. And
Great.
then also on top
Awesome.
of my soil to keep that seed starting mix from drying out as quickly, I also
Mhm.
like to use vermiculite. So I'll
Yes.
sprinkle that right on top of there, and that keeps that top layer from drying out as quickly, and
Hmm.
also help with the fungus gnats because they like that moisture on top, and so
Okay.
they can't really, you know, replicate right in that vermiculite in make
Mhm.
the dry area right on top.
Right. 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 Okay. So tell me this. What is new, or what are you going to be doing new for this fall garden?
For this fall garden, I'm gonna try a new seed. I don't know. It was something new, and I have the packet right here, and it may go by another name, Sahara kale. Have you heard of this?
Okay.
I
Yeah.
don't know. You know how different
Yeah.
seed sellers sell it by different names, but I've never tried that before. It says it's heat
Okay.
tolerant, so
Yeah.
I'm gonna give that a try. And also
Okay.
this beetroot amaranth.
Yeah.
I had started that for the spring as well, but then I didn't get it in ground as quickly as
So
I
that is the amaranth leaf. Let me see it
it's
again,
just the
Veggie.
leaves,
The leaves.
just the beetroot amaranth leaves. You see how
That is
darkly
really,
purple that is? And it really
yeah.
was dark like this when I grew the seedlings. So I'm looking forward to actually tasting.
It favors that red orange that
Yeah.
huh?
Mhm. Yeah, I
Yeah,
think so.
yeah.
Yeah, so I'm looking forward to tasting those too and see how they are.
Yeah. Yeah.
And of course, this fall, I have my garden house. This will be the first fall that I'm able to grow in the garden house.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm looking forward to that. And what I noticed from growing in it in spring is that it kept everything out, but I did catch a couple of white butterflies in there. They were able,
Oh.
yes, they were able to squeeze right through the hardware cloth. And so
Mm-hmm.
I know that's something I'm really going to have to be watching out for in the
Yeah.
fall because,
Yeah.
that's like one of our
Yeah.
main
That's
critters
the
that
main
come in.
predator we have to watch out for. She is
Hmm.
she's on the loose.
Yes. It seems
Yeah.
like she never goes away. I just saw her yesterday. She's here. She's always here.
Really? So Cheryl says, I have that amaranth. It is
Mhm.
beautiful. Mine came back from last year.
Oh, that's
Cool,
nice.
babe. Cool.
I didn't realize it would come back. So that's
Yeah.
great.
Yeah. So let me ask you this since I have
Mhm.
you here. Your first year growing the tromboncini squash.
Yes.
Let me hear what your thoughts.
So I only got the one. They got to all my others, but it was very mild, and so when I first cut into it, I knew that it was young. And so when I smelled it, it smelled like a melon. And so I
Hmm.
was like, well, I don't know if I want to do this savory. And so that just made me think, well, I'll just try to do it sweet because I've had squash casseroles and things like that before. And so I thought I'll just try to make it sweet and see how it comes out. And I liked it. The whole pot got eaten. So
Yeah.
we enjoyed it.
So will you grow it again next spring?
I will grow it again, maybe, because I
Yeah.
also grew Seminole pumpkins, and
Mm.
I felt like that did better for me
Hmm.
than the tromboncino because I
Okay.
ended up getting 3 Seminole pumpkins, and I
Hmm.
had several more, but the critters got to those. So I felt like that one produced a little bit better for me than the
Hmm.
tromboncino squash. So, with limited space, I kind of have to pick and choose which one,
Exactly. Exactly.
you know. And I'm thinking I
Now,
may
also,
do
yeah, yeah. Go ahead, baby. Go ahead.
no, I was just saying I'm thinking I may do the Seminole pumpkins again.
Okay. I I grew about I think altogether I had 7 tromboncini squash. 7. And
That's it.
I took the plant down because I'm more than sure it would have just kept going. But they were very prolific. They
Mhm.
were the now the squash vine board did hit it,
Mhm.
but she took it like a champ. She's like, you can do what you want to do, but it's not gonna stop me. And it didn't.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, and that's the one thing I did love about it is that, I didn't have to worry about, you know, it's dying
Right.
on plants. So, um, and for me, it grew a lot. But I did, and then I ate it. I harvested in 2 ways. If you harvest
Mhm.
it when it's green, it's like a summer squash. If you
Yes.
harvest it when it looks the color of a butternut, it's a winter squash. But for me, it just didn't have a flavor. It didn't have any flavor for
Either
me.
way.
Either way,
Mm. See, I didn't
even when go ahead, baby,
I
go
was
ahead.
just I didn't get to the to the butternut
Winter,
squash stage. So I
yeah.
don't know how that one tasted.
I still have 3.
Mm.
Tuesday, I tell you what, I'm gonna put one in here in my studio so I can share it with you all. But it didn't have any flavor, so I said I'm gonna wait and let it set a couple more months, and then I'm gonna taste it again.
Okay. Yeah.
But it just didn't have any flavor, and the
Yeah.
only flavor it had is what I added to it.
Yeah. I could see that. I could see that.
Hmm.
And so that's why I hesitate. I know some other squash has a lot more flavor, but that squash vine board, I'm just lucky to get anything at this point. So I'm trying to grow anything that
Yeah.
she can't get.
Yeah.
And like I say, it worked for me, but since I grew mine up a trellis, it
Hmm.
couldn't root in as many places. And so it was more, susceptible to the squash vine borer. It couldn't
What?
just keep
Your
my
trombocene?
trombone. Mm-hmm.
Mine's grew up too on the trellis.
And, and it just kept on.
It just kept going.
Mm,
It really did. It just kept
I have
going.
to try it again
Yeah. I
because I
mean,
really want to try the winter squash stage of it.
yeah. I think I'm gonna grow butternut because I love the flavor of a
Hmm.
butternut, and I'm gonna grow more spaghetti squash.
Okay. I
Yeah,
have not tried spaghetti squash yet.
you gotta try.
How
It's really cool.
how is she with the squash vine borer?
Treacherous.
Okay.
She gonna definitely try to come after. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
I tried 3 times last year, 3 different times of the year, and she got
Hmm.
me every time. So I
Yeah,
was just like, ugh. But
yeah.
one year I started cushaw squash about right now, and I was
Hmm.
able to get that.
Hmm.
So, you know, just
Yeah,
never know.
yeah. So this is Rena. She said, okay, thanks for sharing. I'm trying to grow colorful greens to
Mm,
help my parents' health get better. I guess you read that eating the rainbow is best, and they love greens. Yes, baby.
mhm.
But
Yes.
I just want you to know we cannot think that we can take one season of growing and eat the food we grow and then think our health is going to be great afterwards. It have to be a lifestyle change.
Lifestyle.
It have to be a lifestyle change. It can't be something that you do one season, and so it have to be a life change.
Yeah, and trying to increase activity as well. I know we all can't get to the gym and exercise and things like that. So, just little stuff in the house, lifting
Hmm.
water
Hmm.
bottles, just moving, even sitting in a chair, just trying to get
Right.
some extra movement in, walking around the house, things like
Yes.
that. So
Yes. So Veggie, tell us about your gardening. So how long have you been gardening?
I started in 2020.
Okay.
So this is my fifth year. And I
Mm.
started out in grow bags. And so I just put some grow bags on the back porch and I wanted greens, is what I wanted. And so basically, I just took the whole package of greens and just sprinkled it around in the grow bag. And I just kept wondering why mine weren't getting as big as everybody else's. And
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
that's when I learned about thinning. I learned about the right time to plant because I did that probably around January or February. And here, that's a little too late. That's not
That's our code this month. Are you in 9?
8B,
8? 8B? Okay.
8B,
Yeah.
8B.
Okay.
And so
Got it.
we can plan out then. Usually around February is when we have the coldest time. We usually get a
Yeah.
little bit of freezing right around then. And
Exactly.
so, you just have and our spring is so quick, it'll shoot up to 80 or 90 before you know it. So I
Exactly.
normally don't grow brassicas in the early spring just because
Hmm.
I'm making room for everything else I want to grow, and I try to save those for the fall.
Hmm.
Just, with limited space, I have to just pick and choose, what I want to make room for.
Right.
And so normally I just try to save my brassicas for fall when there's less pest pressure and
Hmm.
I can usually get all that I want. But we usually normally in January or February, the freeze is so hard that it clears out everything I have in the garden. I
Yeah.
usually don't have anything left but trees, and then I'm just starting over from scratch in the spring. So,
Yeah. Yeah. So here in Zone 9, January and February is our coldest month. But
mhm,
of course, this is about New Orleans 9, is that we have very short, mild winters,
mhm,
So we can have a freeze, but the longest it'll last is maybe 3 days and then it's over, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I can my brassicas, they all survive during that, but it's our spring. Our spring is this short.
Mm-hmm.
And then everything else
First
is
of
90
summer.
degrees. Right,
Mm-hmm.
exactly. Yeah. So what you say might say buttercup tastes like sweet potato pie, even raw.
Oh,
Really? So
wow.
Broke say we started at the same time. I guess you're talking about
Oh, about
veggie,
2020. Started in 2020.
or he's saying, I don't know. Broke, what are you saying, when you started gardening or when you start your plants, your fall garden? So Lisa Warren said, hello, TNOG and everyone. I just came inside from watering my plants. It is hot. I did summer squash, just dropped some more seeds, and I did more with mine. So I'll try it again and I'll do everything in containers. So let me just say this. And I do understand because I dropped more watermelon seeds. So, and this is another thing that we have to pay attention to. If you are succession planting right now and dropping more spring vegetables or summer vegetables, watch yourself, because you may be putting that vegetable where you
Mm-hmm.
want your fall garden to
Yeah.
be. And they're going to look at you and they're going to say, no, 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 I'm not ready.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not ready. So
That's what I
beware of
was
that.
just counting my days. I was like, I want to plan out my fall in October. So anything that I plant, if I start more seeds now, it has to be done by October 1st, which is about
Mhm.
70 days, right
Right.
around now. So I'm looking at everything. How long is it going to take? Is it more than 70 days? Then I don't have enough time because I need that space. So
Exactly. Or what I do is I just start them in extra
contain.
containers.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
That's
I
good.
just put them in
Yeah.
extra containers. And my main beds is for my mustards, collards, broccoli, all of that
Mm-hmm.
stuff like that. Because
Mm-hmm.
I have been caught with plants in a space where I wanted my greens to be, but they was like, mm-mm, I ain't moving.
I always end up making that final decision on peppers because they mess around and wait until it cools off to start producing again, and then you don't want to
Exactly.
pull them, but you need this space. It's always
Yes.
those peppers.
Yeah. Brooke said, we started gardening at the same time as veggie farming. Yeah. So it was
Mm-hmm.
2020 is when you all started.
2020.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I
But
had nothing in my
go ahead.
backyard. It was just empty. It was just empty, a small little concrete square, and we just had empty grass. It was
What
nothing.
made you start, baby?
I mean, I just felt like when they were saying that there were shortages and things in the grocery stores and limits, and I just felt like, well, I have to be able to do something for myself. I need to
Right.
know how to do this. And it was just, we didn't I didn't feel like we had much control at that time. And I felt like this was a way of me kind of taking back control of my life and
Wow.
knowing exactly what was in my food, where it was coming from, and not having
Mhm.
to worry about, grocery stores, really. I mean, you
Mhm.
can't eliminate grocery stores, but you can still supplement and know that you'll have something.
Mhm.
And so that's why I started.
Yeah. Well, go ahead on and talk to the people for a second. Let me answer this. I'm sorry,
Okay,
baby.
no problem. And
All right.
so I know the fall time also is another time where a lot of people start remodeling. And that's what I did this past fall as well. I'd had such a problem with rodents that I was covering everything in individual plants covering. And it gets hard to cover everything. And you can't really cover everything because especially like brassicas, they like to just, explode and expand to really grow. And so I had to find a better way. And so that's how I ended up with the garden house. But I know the fall is when a lot of people start thinking about remodeling. And I actually think that is the best time because I kind of waited a little too late into the spring, and it got hot on me, and I was shoveling a lot of soil as it was getting warmer. And so, yeah, fall is the best time to start rethinking your garden, planning that out, what comes next. Um, when I started in 2020, I started with wood beds. So I have wood beds, metal beds, plastic containers, grow towers, a little bit of everything. But if you started in 2020, like a lot of us, then your wood has probably started to break down and your containers might be starting to break down. So probably time to start thinking about, what you want to change. It's just like buying a house. You live in it for a while. You never know what you want until you live in that house for a while. And then you know exactly what you want in your next house. And that's kind of how I look at the garden too. I didn't know exactly, what I wanted in a garden until I had been growing for a few years. And so now I had a better feel for, how I wanted my garden to be laid out, how much time I have to dedicate to it, how much energy I have to put into it. Do I really need another 20 containers? Can I take care of that? So, those are just things to think about when you start expanding and changing things.
Yeah, yeah. But let me see, can I get to some of these comments? Some of them is directed at you.
Okay.
Okay, let me see this here. Cheryl T say, yes, that was me, Veggie. She talking to you. She
Mm-hmm.
said, I started with tomatoes and greens in 2020, and I found Miss Linda as well. Now I'm hooked. Awesome, baby.
Yes. It's
Yeah,
addictive for sure. I mean, I just feel like once you start growing and you see it grow and you get something from it that you can actually eat, like
yeah.
I couldn't stop.
I guess, and you all know my story. I've been growing, you know, most of my life, and this is how I was raised.
Hmm.
But when you think about today and how our food are being handled today,
Hmm.
um, no one care about our food. They don't care. They don't care what they're putting in the food. They don't care what they're spraying on the food. And this is why it goes back to us with this sight thing. We believe that if it's big and huge, then it's better.
Hmm.
But I want us to know it is not. This is a thing that they have fooled us with.
Mm, that's
It's a
true.
it's a trick of the freaking devil.
Mm,
Okay, is that
mhm,
they want us to believe that these big fruits is the best, but it's not.
yep. And I
It's
thought
full
that
of killer stuff. Go ahead,
I've
baby.
seen that with my peppers. I was waiting, not all peppers get huge,
That's right.
they turn
Yeah,
red. And then I didn't know all peppers turn red the longer you leave them on there. So
yeah,
you learn that. And my eggplants, I thought they all were supposed to be this big, like the ones in the grocery store, but they all
yeah,
don't get that big. You
yeah.
take them when they're ready. You don't have to wait until they are humongous. And they
That's right.
all aren't shaped the same.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I mean, the even for me, the ones that I get early in the season don't look the same as the ones I may get later in the season. So, it's just things that you learn when you
Mm-hmm.
actually start growing it for yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And things I grow,
Exactly.
I feel
Exactly.
proud when I grow things, and then my husband or my son will say something like, I never heard of that. What is that? I never seen that before. And
Mm-hmm.
so it's just things that we can grow in our
Mm-hmm.
garden that you'll never see in the grocery store. So,
Exactly. And if you are a gardener that drops seeds, you can grow anything you want to,
mm-hmm,
right?
mm-hmm,
If you go to farmers market and you buy um, deep dark purple vegetables, the ones that is filled with anthocyanins, they cost more money than the
mm-hmm,
ones that is green. But we could buy a $3 pack of seeds and grow as many as we want to.
Mm-hmm.
And this
Yeah.
is why I love starting with seeds. Of course, that's how I learned how to grow is with seeds. But because seeds is the to me, it's the best. It's just the
Yeah.
best.
It just gives
Yeah.
you more options. You just can't, even when you're buying starts, you just don't have those same options. I i thought about buying starts the other year. I thought maybe I started late, maybe my stuff isn't growing as fast. And I looked at what they were selling, and I thought my stuff looks better than this.
Yeah.
I'm just
Yeah.
keeping with what I'm growing. So
Yeah. I think another thing you have to think about when you buying plants is that remember that they have all these plants together, right? They have them all together in a truck and they bring them to the stores. So if one of these plants have a disease, all of them is going to have a disease. Well, potentially, all of them can. And they also can have insects on them, right?
hmm
So
hmm
this is why I encourage people, if you're going to buy starts, put those things in on the side for a little while,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
You must, because if you bring something in your garden and that plant have a disease and everything in your garden start going down, you're going to wonder what happened. And it's going to be because you bought it and you brought it there.
yeah. Like the I'm I
Okay.
mean, I have not seen those root knot nematodes, but I am scared of that. I
Oh
feel
yeah.
like if I'm buying starts, I want to put it in a container so that if something goes
Mhm.
wrong, I can just throw that whole container out. And I
Yeah.
don't really want to
So
put it in my raised beds.
root knot nematodes live and start in the soil,
Hmm
not the plant. It starts in the soil. So think about this: when you buy a starter plant, usually, when we buy that plant, we take that plant out, we keep that soil that plant is in, and we just plop the whole thing in our bed or wherever we're gonna plant it, right?
hmm
The root knot nematodes starts in the soil. So if it is in there, you don't put it in your garden
Yeah.
because it starts in the soil. So and they are parasites. That's what a root knot nematode is. It's a parasite. So beware,
Yeah. Yeah.
beware.
That's scary. To think
It's
that you
very
could infect a whole raised bed and have to get rid of all that soil, or just really limit you on what you can grow in there, because you
now
said
root knot nematodes will not. People that live in the north, they have almost 0% chance of getting root knot
wow.
nematodes. Yeah, it is the south. It is the
Yeah.
heat. It is humidity. That's us. That's where we we will get root knot nematode, and the north will
hmm
not because they love heat.
Well,
You say, well,
well.
I know I had it and I had it in a container. But you better believe, baby, I took a garbage bag and I put the entire container, and even where I had the container sitting on the ground, I
hmm
dug up dirt all around the ground where it was. And yeah,
Yeah. Better
that's
safe than
scary.
sorry. It is
Yeah,
scary. I mean,
yeah, yeah. So Cheryl T, did I read your? Oh yeah, I did. Talk says also, I also started in 2020 with the pandemic. I have a random the garden twice. Oh, you redone the garden twice. Okay, baby. All right. You could read some.
where
They
we at?
talking to you. Yeah.
I don't have my reading glasses on. Let me see.
Okay.
Let's see.
Natasha said I use galvanized steel raised beds, grow bags, and containers like 5-gallon buckets in my garden. Yeah, baby, that's awesome.
Yeah.
And
I like to grow in a bunch of different ways, different things. Like I can grow brassicas in the grow tower, and they don't
mhm,
get as big, but I can keep it right there next to the door and just kind of pick off of it as I need to.
mhm,
I just like having different containers, different ways to grow.
mhm.
And with that well, the green stalk, you can grow so many different things right there in the small space that, it just adds space to, when you have a limited area.
Yeah. So Jay says no expansion for me. Okay, I'm just making what I have better.
Yeah.
Irrigation, um, automation, and growing what I know I'm
Mhm.
going to eat. And that is one of the most important things right there, Jay, is to grow the food that you know you and your family enjoy. And
Yes.
that's the coolest thing, right?
And I like that idea, just making your space better, just making it work better for you. It doesn't mean you have to change everything. It could
No,
be just moving things around to, make it easier for you to get to them, so you
right.
don't have to put new things in all the time. You can just move things around
Use
to
what you
where it works.
got. And
Mhm.
seriously, that's what I'm in the process of changing some things and moving some raised beds
Mhm.
to where they would be better, they will grow food better,
Mhm.
right?
'Cause
And
trees
that's
grow up over time and start shading areas,
exactly.
and, they might not work the same as they used to, so.
And that's the problem I'm having, Veggie. The
Mhm.
trees are just getting so big until I must move beds in order so they can get the sun that they need
Mhm.
so I can
Mhm.
get the food, right?
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
we have to change up.
Definitely. So the more you grow, the more you will learn, right? You
Mhm.
will learn
Mhm.
more and more and more. So, Veggie, tell us about, you was talking about your first year of growing and the things that you did, like emptying a pack of seeds in a container. Um, Tell me, just you learned how to do things differently from watching YouTube, or did you read, or what did you do? Oh, wait a minute. I think turn your mic on. Okay. Oh,
It's
okay. I got it.
okay, can you hear me now?
I got you. Yeah,
Okay,
baby.
alright, I can hear you.
All right.
And so you were saying, talk about, my first year and how I started changing things?
Yeah. You said that you used to like empty a pack of seeds in
Mhm.
containers. How did you start learning better, the proper way to do things to get more food?
I just started, really watching everything on YouTube and actually, doing research and books and things like that to find
Good.
out, you know, how were they getting these vegetables to grow so big, I
Right.
just
Right.
started with, sometimes when you want to do something, you don't
Hmm.
always read the instructions. You just figure,
Yes.
I'll figure it out as I go. But gardening is one of those things you need a little bit of instruction with, because it's about the timing. You have to
Hmm.
know when things grow, what grows in your area. So you need a little bit of instruction to figure out, how to get things to grow. And so
Right.
after I really started researching it, my husband bought me some plants from the nursery, just things just were not working out like everybody else. And so I
Right.
was like, I can make this work. I'm not giving up on this. So, I just really kind of started to research and, just trying new things. And
And your garden now is amazing, baby. You have a beautiful garden. And I tell people all the time when I go to your garden, it's definitely the sound, the sights of your garden, but it's the sounds of your garden. It's the feel of your garden. And when I tell you your garden is alive, that thing is alive. You hear me, baby? And I can sit there and just chill, and it's a beautiful, beautiful thing. So if anyone in here, if you are not subscribed to Veggie Farming, Veggie, could you put your channel in the chat?
Mm-hmm.
I want you all to definitely go over and check out her channel. Um, and I guarantee you, you go, hey, GT baby, how are you? I guarantee you, if you go over there, you're never gonna leave her. You're never gonna leave her.
And I know a lot of people think that my garden is clean or neat, but it's
Mhm.
just part of what I need to relax, right?
Right.
So I need that to look open and clean in order for me to relax there, because if I see a lot of stuff just everywhere, I get frustrated. It's not a place I want to be. I go there to relax. And so if it's not orderly, then I
Hmm.
don't feel relaxed there. So
And
that's
that's
what
me.
I spend my time doing.
Hmm. And I know the feeling, because one thing I cannot stand is I can't stand my grass high. I no, I
Yeah.
can't. I just
Yeah.
can't. I will go out there and water them plants, but then I'm going inside.
Yeah. Exactly.
I'm not going to spend no time with them, because it's a thing, I
In the
don't like it.
springtime, I actually went out there and cut the grass myself. I mean, it's only like, the
Yeah,
yard is so small, but I was like, I can't look at it like this. I
yeah,
normally let my husband do it, but
yeah,
once I, learned how to start up the new lawnmower and get everything, I just did it. It takes 5-10 minutes,
yeah.
just for me to be able to see exactly what's on the ground. I mean, I hear about snakes and things like that. I need to look out and see what's going on when I look out
Right.
there.
I hear a lot of people say, my garden is my peace, where if your garden is your peace, you must have your garden where it is peaceful for
For
you,
you. For you.
for
Yes.
you, nobody else, just
Right.
you. And that's that's my thing. I
Mhm.
need some structure, you
Yeah.
know. Yeah.
And that's
It's,
different for everyone. Everyone's peace is different. They find peace in different things. So,
hey, Odom. Yeah, it's exactly. Everybody have their own way of doing whatever they do in your garden. That's why your garden is your garden and mine's is mine.
mhm.
Did you? Oh, thank you, Mike. Mike put it in there.
Thank you, cuz I can't put my a link in, so I just said hello so they could see my name.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. Mike did it. So Natasha
thank
say,
you, Mike.
good point, Miss Lyndon Stacy. Thank you, baby. Thank you. And Odom and J3GS Farms is here. What do you say, Mike? You say, okay, storms here is hopefully won't lose power. Okay, man. Okay. Renee say, the need seed meal is
Mhm.
supposed to get rid of those nematodes.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that. I hadn't
Is that
heard
a
that.
question or is that a statement, baby? Raina, is that a statement or a question? So Natasha say, in Minnesota, we deal with gophers and
Mm,
groundhogs. Yeah. Hey,
mm.
Miss Robinson. She says, I'm in Tennessee, zone 7B, 8A, and I'm starting my seeds now. Good, baby. Good.
I just have not mastered
I'm just,
starting fall seeds outside yet. And I
oh,
don't want to
direct
be
sow.
without a fall garden because I couldn't get my seeds started. So that's another reason that I.
Which, try this. Try this, baby. Start your seeds like you usually do inside.
Mhm.
And when you bring your plants out, right, to plant them, then drop a seed next to them.
Yeah. I could do
Try
that.
that way, just to get the feel of direct sowing. Now,
Mm-hmm.
if you if many people, if you are going to direct sow, the first thing I will tell you to do is to make sure that your soil is moist. Your
Mm-hmm.
garden is moist. And the reason is, if your soil is not moist and you drop seeds, say here in the corner, and then when you water your plants and the plants start growing, they're going to be over here. And
Mm-hmm.
it's
They
because they
floated away.
move.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So you must make sure that your soil is moist before you direct sow your seeds.
I
And
think I
that's going to
made that
keep,
mistake with my beets and carrots a couple times.
yeah,
Planting them and then trying to water it in, and then they just kind of
yeah,
float all
yeah.
across each other.
They'll float all the way somewhere. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So make sure your soil is moist and they will stay exactly where you put them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But, just to get a hang of it, plant your plant and then drop a seed.
Yeah, I
Just to,
did direct sow some Indian snake cucumbers and Metki melons over the spring, and those things took off. I covered them with those cloches, those Dollar Tree cloches,
hmm
so I
hmm
would know exactly where I put it, and I could
right.
just kind of keep it moist and watch over them. And so
Yeah.
I think that helped me focus on where they were and not
Right
forget about.
on. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Now, let me tell you something. Any kind of vegetable that have the word snake in them, I ain't doing it.
And I
Like
did two
somebody
of
gave me some snake beans, right? I'm like, no, baby, I don't want that. Because they look like snakes hang, from a trellis.
them.
Listen, I'll be done shot up everything.
Mm.
No, baby, we ain't gonna
Yeah.
have that. No
Those
snakes.
snake beans, I haven't tried those yet though. Well, like noodle beans or like the big snake beans, those big
They
thick beans.
big. They
Yeah,
big.
okay.
They look like the width of
Yeah,
a cucumber, but
okay.
they
Yeah.
yeah, but they long and they get curly. Oh no!
I wonder how that tastes. Does it really taste like a bean?
I tell you what, Veggie. If I find them seeds, I'm gonna go look at my. I'm gonna send them to you because
Mm.
I don't want them. I'm not doing that thing.
Maybe somebody in the chat knows. Do those snake beans actually taste like beans?
Hey,
I
y'all,
mean,
GG baby. Wait a minute. You say do they taste like what?
beans. Do they actually taste
Beans.
like beans? So I know
Oh,
I couldn't imagine a bean that thick. I mean,
yeah.
because when I was young, that was my vegetable that I would not eat, green beans. And so,
Really?
yes, that was the one vegetable that I did not want. I did not start eating green beans until I was an adult.
All
So
right.
I'm
So let's ask the question. What vegetable that you didn't eat when you was young, but now you grow it and you love it? That's to everyone. Hey,
hmm
Pink. She said, hello, Miss Linden. Chat. Hey, baby. Angela said her garden is therapeutic. It's therapy. It's therapy for her. Yeah.
hmm
I have a meeting now, but it's been a wonderful set. Thank you, baby. Thank you for
Thanks
being
for
here.
being here.
Yeah. Lisa said, I just subscribed to Veggie Farming. I will check it out when I get off this live. Thank you, baby.
Thank you,
Thank you so
Lisa.
much. Listen, you're going to love it. You're going to love it. I have to go, okay, and buy my own tools because it has to be in order. Okay. Oh, okay. Like the inside of my house, definitely my place of peace. So, which she's saying,
hmm
things have to be in order.
Yeah.
Yeah, I understand.
Yeah.
Oh, Mike says it. Sorry, huge storm here. Side winds, rain, crazy. Okay, man.
Goodness.
Okay, be
Be
safe,
safe, Mike.
Mike. Yeah. Oh, so Broke said it's like cucumbers. So
Oh,
that's what they're like, Broke.
the beans are like cucumbers. Mm.
Mm. I have seeds for them, but I never grew them.
Mm.
Hey, Presbyterian Gardener. She said, good evening, Miss Linda. I love you both, and I'm already subscribed to Veggie. Oh, wonderful. Thank you, honey. Thank you so
Thanks,
much.
pescatarian.
Yeah. Oki say broccoli. She said, I could eat
Oh wow.
broccoli every day, but as a kid, I couldn't even stand the smell of broccoli cooking.
Oh wow. That was my mom's go-to vegetable. If we had a vegetable, it was gonna be broccoli. So we
Really,
had plenty of broccoli.
really. I tell you, when I was growing up, I loved vegetables. I
Mm.
absolutely, every day I ate vegetables. Hey, Kevin Brooks. He said, good evening, beautiful Linda and Stacy. Did not like rutabagas as a kid, but I love them now.
Oh
You
wow.
like rutabagas?
I don't even think I have ever had a rutabaga. I
Now,
have not.
listen, rutabagas can be cooked savory, but
Mm-hmm.
I love to cook it sweet.
Okay.
And I know Bro, Bro, I remember Broke said, you know, what nothing to do with no rutabaga.
Really?
Yeah.
Is it like a turnip?
Yeah, it's like a
Okay.
turnip.
It's like a
But they're,
turnip.
yeah, but they're big. They're
Okay.
big. And usually they're like a yellow inside, but they are
Okay.
really good. I like them. I like to cook them sweet. Maybe I'll grow some and I'll cook it and share it with you all.
So do you just like slice it up and dice? How do you cook it? Like
Yeah, I just slice it up, dice it up, and of course season it up. But I put, like some. Now this is in the
mm-hmm.
savory part. Just garlic, onions, all the Trinity and so on and so on. But in the sweet part, you make it like a dessert, and you
Okay.
use sugar in it, and
Okay.
it's so good. Jada loved it both ways.
Really?
Yeah, yeah. So Broke said cucumbers is the thing I didn't like growing up.
Oh wow.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't
Wow.
like the seeds in cucumbers. If you didn't take the seeds out of the cucumber, then I didn't want it. So that was my
Wow.
thing with cucumbers.
Oh, wow. I love, of course, tomatoes, cucumbers. I used to eat a lot of broccoli,
Mm-hmm.
cauliflower raw,
Mm-hmm.
right in the garden. Just eat
Yeah.
it raw.
Yeah. I
I
like
really,
those. Brussels
yeah.
sprouts, a lot of people didn't like. I know that. I mean, back in the day, the only way we used to have them before, I don't know. I don't know if these are new recipes or we just were cooking them wrong, but they
Mhm.
used to just be mushy. I didn't
Yeah.
know that they were buying them fresh out of the grocery store. I think we were just getting a frozen bag and boiling it. And that was
Yeah.
horrible.
I
That was
bet it
horrible.
was. So I tell you what I do to my Brussels sprouts. Of course, harvest clean, and I
Hmm.
slice them in half the long way, right?
Hmm. Hmm.
And then I boil them, but only for about
Just to
three
soften it
minutes
up a
or
little
so,
bit.
just a little. I want them al dente when I take them out, right?
Hmm.
And I put them on a sheet pan. When I put them on a sheet pan, then I add seasonings,
Hmm.
garlic powder, onion powder, little Tony's, whatever. And then, what is the name of this cheese?
Parmesan.
That's it, Parmesan. Sprinkle some of that on it and kind of smash them down.
Hmm. Hmm.
And then put them in the oven and let them roast.
Yeah.
Let them get nice and crunchy. I mean, nice and gold.
Yeah, I like
Baby,
mine with a little burn on them.
I do. I
Hmm.
do. And let me tell you, that is so good.
Hmm.
That tastes so good. My children love them.
Yeah,
My
well.
oldest grandson, he will tear it up. All of it. All of it. And I love it when they eat like that.
I'm still
Yo,
the only one in this house that's eating Brussels sprouts. I can't convince them. None of my recipes have convinced them. They don't like it roasted, so
really?
yeah.
Raina said, I didn't like greens as a child, but I can eat them now. Like I said, my parents really love greens. Let me tell you, greens, baby, I could
Mhm.
eat greens from January to January. Hmm?
That's what I like about the fall. Greens can be a meal. I mean, that's all I need is a thing of greens, and I'm good.
Well,
I can eat
with
that.
every green from mustard to collards to cabbage, I need one thing with it. I gotta have cornbread. That's
Ah,
it. That's all. Cornbread is a plus. Now,
yeah.
either I will bake cornbread or I will fry cornbread.
Mm.
Like cornmeal and flour mixed that looks like a pancake.
Yeah, my
So
grandmother, we used to always have hot water cornbread, and that's what
that's
we
it.
had with our
Yeah,
greens. So, yeah.
that's it. I gotta have cornbread with my greens. If I don't
Mhm.
have cornbread, I'm not eating them. I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna eat them. But yeah. And see, this is another thing. I think about what we just been talking about. We've been talking about growing our vegetables in the fall, right?
Mhm.
Back in the day, I know y'all listen, just listen. Back in the day when I was growing up, we did not eat tomatoes in December. The reason is we ate food in season. And many people now, you can get a tomato any time of year, right? But if you think about it, just think about it. Even today, we are getting our gardens prepared for the fall garden, right? There are nutrients and minerals and vitamins our body needs at different times. And this is the different times we need to grow different foods, right? Brassicas. We grow brassicas in the fall. But many people think if they grow it inside, it's just as nutritious as it is if you grow it in the season in which it should be growing. But it is not.
Right. I think it's just a matter of wanting it and not having to go to the grocery store to get it. I mean, because
Exactly.
I would rather have something I grew in the house. If I'm going to have something out of season, I'd
Yes,
rather
it
have
is.
it be something I grew in the house than going to the grocery store to get it. So I
You
think
think
that
about how disrespectful the farmers are with our food today. There's
mhm.
99.99 recalls on everything from cucumbers to lettuce. I mean, man, how you going to get something wrong with growing lettuce?
And then
You know,
lettuce is something we don't cook. So there's no possibility of cooking any bacteria or anything off of that.
out of
So it has to be perfect.
yeah,
They
right.
have to. So
So they have these bags of lettuce or spinach or and they say already clean.
yeah,
I
no.
see people go in that bag and put this stuff on their children plates.
Mm,
Oh, it's already clean. Lord,
no, I couldn't even
that made
imagine.
me cringe.
Yes, I couldn't even imagine that.
Because people do not respect our food. They don't respect people.
Right, right.
People don't respect people. And as long as pharmaceuticals and I mean big pharma and all these places that's growing up, as long as they get that food out and they get the coins for it, that's all that matters. And that's
Yeah,
why we have all these recalls.
it seems to be, I don't know, people seem to be getting more selfish. If it doesn't affect them at that time, they don't care how it affects everybody else. And so then
I
in turn, that makes us almost feel like we have to be selfish in that way also. I can't, I have to worry about me and my family and
mhm.
not worry about others. And that, that's not a good way to live. You have to have community that cares about each other. So we can't just kind of internalize that selfishness like that. Just it's a bad way to
Right,
have to exist.
right, right. So now you say you have two vegetables you are going to grow new in your fall garden. Is that
Mhm.
right?
Mhm.
Is there more?
I was
That's
thinking
it?
about growing one of those giant cabbages for cabbages and collards. So Just now that I have more of a controlled
Okay,
area
okay,
and I don't have to cover everything up like I did last year. So I'm thinking about
okay.
that. I don't have those seeds
That
yet though.
sounds really good. But you
Yeah.
don't. Okay.
No, I don't have those
Well,
giant
let me
cabbages.
know. Let me know if you. Well, let me know.
Okay,
Listen, I will send you some. I have them.
okay, okay.
The big, big
I'll take
ones.
that. Yeah.
I got that.
Okay.
I
Okay.
got that. Yeah.
I'll take some of those.
So let's get to some of these comments, and
Okay.
definitely I would love all of you all to go over to Stacy's channel, Veggie Farming, and subscribe to her channel. Okay? Yeah, we all in this thing together, baby.
Mhm.
All right. Miss Red said, "Oh yes, they are delicious, cooked with ham hocks and a good hot skillet cornbread." She's talking about
Mhm.
rutabagas. Okay,
Oh,
let's
okay.
see. Angela said, "I love rutabagas. I ate them as a kid. I didn't eat cantaloupe as a kid, but
Oh,
now
wow.
I love them now. Wow. I
Yeah, I
always
love
did eat
cantaloupe.
cantaloupe.
Yeah. We used to
Yeah,
have it for breakfast. That used to be our breakfast fruit. I used to love cantaloupe.
yeah." So Raina said, "I'm so trying to grow something different that is familiar, so they will eat it." Okay, I understand,
Mhm.
baby. I
Mhm.
do understand. All right, let's get down here.
Let's
Cheryl
see.
T said, "I shared my Brussels sprouts and I sauteed them with bacon and onion browned well with a drizzle of balsamic vinegar."
I've had
That's
shredded Brussels sprouts in a salad before. That's good too. Yeah,
mm,
shredding them is another way. I like that. I don't
I
eat
never
bacon
eat them.
though.
I
You
don't
never
eat
had it
bacon either.
shredded? Oh, you don't?
No, no.
I thought I was
Not
the
not.
only one.
I like bacon. I like
Mhm.
bacon. Bacon don't like me. So
Mm.
keep on moving, bro.
Yeah,
Mike
shredded
said,
Brussels sprout salad. I've had that before. It's pretty good. Eating it raw in the
mhm,
shreds, pretty good.
mm. Mike said, "I figure if I do all that to like them, I don't like them." I don't know, Mike.
Sometimes
Um,
you gotta dress it up. You're not gonna like all of them. Sometimes you gotta dress it up in what you know you like to make it taste better.
yeah. The only food there was food in season. There you go, Oki. The produce was so good when it was like that, and I promise you, it
Yeah,
was. And I agree with you. In season vegetables are always better to me.
yeah, that's true.
Let's see. Precious said, "I have to go. This fantastic live. I'm sorry, I have to leave early. Have a good you too, baby. Thank you for
Good night,
being here."
Precious.
Yeah. All right. Kevin says collard tastes better in cold months, especially when frost hit them. My God, do you feel that way too, Veggie?
Yeah, I've experienced that with kale one time, and I was like, wow, this is so sweet. I could just
Hmm.
definitely taste the difference. So yeah, the brassicas, once the cold hits them, I can definitely tell the difference.
Hmm. I love purple cauliflower.
Mm.
It is so delicious to me. There's something about that purple cauliflower
You
that's
think
so
it
good.
tastes different than the white? You taste the
I
difference?
do. I
Mm.
do. Not. It could be, psychological thing because I like purple, but
Have you
I
tried
love it.
the yellow or orange one also? Did that
I
one
have,
taste different?
yeah, and I have eaten an entire head of cauliflower in my garden. I harvested and ate it. I didn't mean to eat it all out there, but it just. I was talking to Ben and it was gone. But I love the purple one.
I like cauliflower. I just don't feel like it has that much flavor to me. I like the texture and I like to crunch on it, but I don't always taste that much flavor in it.
Have you grown the? The broccoli romanesco.
No, I have not grown that one yet.
Maybe you should
I have,
try that
yeah.
because even though it's the name of it is broccoli romanesco, it's a cauliflower.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah,
You
I'm gonna
should
have to
try
give
it.
that one a try. I keep trying it, but I'm not getting ahead. So I'm gonna keep trying it again and see if I can get it to grow.
What I can tell you that it needs space.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It needs space. Yeah.
And what about with the heading brassicas? Do you think that the soil needs more phosphorus? Like, do you need more bone meal with that? I think maybe that might be what I'm
The
missing
process.
in
Yes.
my fall fertilizing.
And exactly. And when I'm growing vegetables that give me that lanyard, which is just a little something extra like broccoli or cauliflower or
Mm-hmm.
beets or anything extra than the leaves, right?
Mm-hmm.
I give them extra bone meal. Like I give them bone meal once a month.
Mm-hmm.
Now I feed my vegetables every 10 days, but I give those vegetables bone meal once a month.
I think I'm gonna add a little bit more phosphorus in my
Yeah.
fall fertilizing for
And
that.
it's gonna do so much better, baby. It really will. All right. Hey, PIA. Now, listen, family, we were supposed to have another guest after Veggie,
Oh,
but
I'm
something came
sorry.
up. No, no, you didn't do
Okay.
anything wrong.
Okay.
You didn't do anything wrong, baby. You were absolutely amazing. But we will. Oh, thank you, Rainy. She said she just subscribed to your channel, Veggie.
Thank you, Raina.
Good, good, good. So before we leave, you want to have something, you want to say something about your channel or you or what you want to do or what to look forward to in your garden. I look forward to anything you put up. So
So I'm just looking forward to fall, planting my fall seeds and actually seeing all those greens growing and just being able to go out there because for me, because the squash vine board gets all my squash, I don't get as many squash, but those greens, I feel like I can go out there anytime, any day and get a meal. So I feel like I always have something out there that I can eat in the fall. And so that's why I'm really looking forward to it because I can't make a meal out of my peppers, not a meal just out of tomatoes, but the greens I feel like are really
Mhm.
a meal for me. And so I look forward to having that in my fall garden. So that's what I'm looking forward to fall. I'll show you all how I get it started, what I'm growing and how everything's going. So, yeah.
Yeah. Thank you, baby. And I listen, I truly love your channel. It's very soothing and I do love how you growing your vegetables. Also, you use what is this new fertilizer you was using?
The Agro Thrive or the alfalfa
Oh,
pellets?
alfalfa pellets.
Alfalfa. Okay.
So tell me about that just a little bit before you leave, because you didn't use them dry. You wet
Right.
them. Tell me
I've
about
used
that.
them. I've used them before. So I've used them a couple of ways. Depending on how early in the season, I would just sprinkle it in there dry. And then I would notice when it rained, they would just kind of swell up on top of the
Hmm.
soil. And
Hmm.
I thought, well, why not just kind of make a tea out of it, make it spread. And so I
Hmm.
just put them all in a container, with some rainwater and just let it sit. And then I was just able to kind of water the raised beds with it. And I thought maybe that would, you know, work quicker than just having them break down in the soil. And
Right.
so I felt like it worked. I didn't see any issues with it. Like I say, it stinks. So
Yeah.
prepared as you have it sitting around for a while, letting it soak. And so I used the liquid that soaked out of them. And then I took the pellets and just incorporated those because they turned into mush and they almost
Hmm.
looked like the soil. So they just kind of mixed right into the soil really easily. So
Hmm.
yeah, I was able to.
Do you think it helped your vegetables
I
get
think
bigger?
so.
You did?
I think so. I mean, with I had the new garden house beds, and so that's new soil. And like I said, I always hate getting new soil because then you have to basically break it in and make
Mhm.
it, give it
Build
all the
it up.
nutrients that you want, you know. And so
Mm-hmm.
I think, my peppers grew in really well. The
Mm-hmm.
tomatoes grew well. They just didn't produce. And I think that I started them too late. But
Mm-hmm.
other than that, the plants were healthy. Everything grew in well. I also used it in my squash bed with the
Mm-hmm.
tromboncino and the Seminole pumpkins, and that worked out really well. So I feel like the alfalfa pellets really worked, and I'm going
I
to
think
continue to
I
use
think
them.
in the fall, you're going to see more benefits from it.
Yeah,
Um,
that
Now that
nitrogen.
it is in that soil, right?
Hmm.
Right. That is
Hmm.
really cool. I love it. But baby, I thank you for being here. I truly do. I hope you all went over. If you're not subscribed to her channel, go over and subscribe to her channel, and let's get ourselves prepared for the fall garden.
Yes, thank you for
I'm looking.
having me. And
You
thank you
so
all for coming over. I appreciate all of your support. I know most of you all in the chat. So just thank you for supporting me. And, I don't put out as many videos as I wish I could. I try to compile them over time and try to still video everything I'm doing. I just try to put it into, uh, one video. But I appreciate you all coming over there and spending time with me.
hmm. Okay, baby. I'm sorry. It's been wonderful, and I thank you for being here. So
Thank you
listen,
for coming.
if you all have any questions for Veggie, you all put it in the chat right now. Okay. Mike say I used to dry mix in soil in spring. Okay, man. Miss Red said, where do you get your alfalfa pellets from?
Yes, I got it from Tractor Supply.
Tractor Supply. Okay.
Mhm.
Mike said, I'm sure full of good stuff in that water. Yeah.
Mhm.
Hey, Sylvia. Oh, Tractor Supply. Right. Um, PIA say I use alfalfa pellets in my beds. I got them from Tractor Supply. There you go. Yeah. Let's see. There was so much fun. This was so much fun. I pray I get off work in time to get to this regularly. Oh, baby, I hope so too. Sweets of Heaven say, beautiful live, Miss Linda and Veggie. Thank you, baby. We appreciate you being here. Pretty Girl say, great live as always. Have a blessed night, everyone. So if you all don't have any more questions, we can get up out of here because I'm looking. Oh, LGG say, we will continue to support and love you both. Oh, thank you, baby. Broke
Thank you.
say, enjoy. Thank you, man. Thank you. Mike say, awesome live. All right. Thank you, Veggie. Thank you for being here,
Thank
baby. You
you.
know
Thank you for
that.
having me.
Anytime, yes, anytime you want to stop by, you know how to get in touch with me.
Okay.
I'm here. Okay,
Thank
just
you.
holler
Thank
at me.
you.
Yeah. PIS say, I have to catch the replay since I came in late. Okay, baby. Thank you, Miss D. All right, Veggie. You want to
All right.
say something or are you done?
I'm done. Y'all have a good night.
All right, baby. Later, y'all. Oh, all right, Texas La La. Thank you, baby. All right, baby. Thank you, Veggie.
All right. Bye.
Bye bye, honey. All right, family. Thank you all so much. Thank you all so much for hanging out with me and Veggie Baby. Mike say, I learned that need see things very cool. I learned that need see things. Say that again, Mike, for me. You lost me. Good night, sweets. Good night, baby. Me, gotcha. Yeah, I think I want to try that soil. I really do, since I'm going to be joining. When does Mike? When does indoor starts? Let me know. When does that start? I think December 1. Let me know. Neem seed meal. Thank you, Sylvia. Thank you. December. Okay, good, good. I'm I'm getting it together. Okay. All right. All right, family. I love you all, and we will be back here on Tuesday. Do you all have any questions for me? Because if you do, put them in the chat before I leave. If not, we are going to see each other back here on Tuesday. Okay. Oh, thank you, Cheryl. Thank you, baby. All right. Let me put that up here, Mike, because I will be keep messing up here. I will be participating, and I will. Veggie Baby say, thank you for having me, Miss Linda. Enjoy you all. Thank you for being here, baby. We enjoy you. Miss Red, Meatless Monday ready. Okay, baby. Okay, there you go. December 1st. Awesome. Awesome. All right, family. I love you all. I'm going to eat. And I'll see you all here on Tuesday, where we will be talking about gardening. All right, baby. Yay. What do you say? Yay. Be great to have you join. Uh-huh. Bridget, Pink, thank you, baby. Cheryl, good night. Good night. I hope to do better this time. Oh, okay. Good night, all. Good night, DA. Y'all have a good night. Love y'all.